Hello there everyone, this is Iron Mark 3 and welcome back to FTD ToBA. That one boaty adventure, and as you can see I'm under attack. By something that's getting absolutely sharded out of the sky. Oh, I've got enough Dakar to deal with you, yes I have. Right. Well that was rather fast now, wasn't it? Goes to show the slower aircraft, I can just hit them pretty darn hard. So hooray for this. Come on, give me all your stuff if you please. 145. Yay, I'm rich. But anyway, yes, welcome back to ToBA, that one boaty adventure. Also, word of warning, I am about to seriously date this particular video. So, yep, you have been warned. Now, where do I want this thing? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's going to interfere with the bulkhead slightly. So I need to adjust this bulkhead here down by 1. Now, what do I mean when I say I'm about to seriously date this video? Because I'm about to tell you exactly when I have recorded it. Normally that's a bit of a no-no. Sometimes YouTubers try to avoid that. Me, I don't really care that much. So, yes. Yesterday, during the stream, we worked out some interesting new systems, and I want them on my boat here. So, this is the one I prefabbed. Click. This is a visual indicator of enemies, so I don't need to look around going, ooh, there's enemy here, enemy here, enemy here. By the way, I'm firing missiles. Oh god, something got too close. This is an early warning system, and if you saw the stream yesterday, you saw me configuring it, but I'll do a quick run through here. Each of these ATBs controls the nearby lights, and what happens is, when there's no enemies within 5 kilometers, the green light is on, and then there are these 5 red lights behind it, each of which are keyed to respond to a certain distance. The green light turns itself off, by the way, if there's an enemy too close. So, 1 red is 5 kilometers, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it doesn't give a direction or anything like that, but it gives me a really quick, easy visual showing of if there's an enemy and roughly how far away they are. So, you know, it's just an early warning indicator to better let me keep track of what's going on. Especially in terrain like this, seas like this, weather like this, where I can't see a darn thing. You've got to love the weather sometimes, don't you? Anyway, let's go ahead and move towards an enemy. Oh, I can't tell where the heck they are. I believe there's one somewhere over here, isn't there? I can't even tell. Oh, someone's shooting at me. I think I just heard a splash. So let's start moving in this general direction. And I think I shall answer some comments directed at me last time. This boat is invincible. Nothing can hurt it. No. It's pretty good for a starter. It's got fairly robust side armor, but it's still only armor, and it's still only got 1 layer on top. Also, as noted by the commenter, what's happened when I exploded last time in the previous video was actually I got hit by a torpedo which tore through my soft wooden undersides, and if you look, there's not even any wood underneath my ammo cache. So my ammo reserves just went sky high straight away. And oh look, it's saying there's an enemy inside of it, like, yeah, getting closer, getting closer. It's about 4 kilometers away, according to this. And now I just need to keep on moving. But you can see that light indicator in action right there. Quite a useful indication, depending on how it's implemented. I'm not quite happy with how I put it in, but, you know, it works, sort of. So I just need to keep on going to work out where the enemy is, basically. Anyway, yeah, armor the rear section. I'm planning to extend the craft further backwards because this is just not the full length of the craft. I've got the width down right now. It will expand later, but the craft is going to get longer, and that's why the back section is still very poorly armored. And the underside, I am planning to put metal armor down here as well, underneath the layer of wood, so this thing will not be as tough as the top side, but it will still have some protection on it. It's just, again, I've not been able to afford to do so just yet, unfortunately. There is, however, one other thing I would like to do. And I still don't know where the enemy is. Still quite some distance away, actually. If I go down here, what will you say to me? You will not tell me there's an enemy over there. I see. Turn off resource review mode, please. I hit the wrong button. Right. I seriously can't tell where that enemy is. I know there's an enemy over this way. Oh, hello. I see resources. Fleet movement mode. And go over there, please. And I think that's the enemy which is triggering my thing. It's a bastion. Ooh. Shiny. Well, I always like more resources, so that's why I've just told my craft to go over there by itself. I also think it's what's shelling me as well, to be quite honest. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and implement another idea, which I came up with during yesterday's stream, thanks to people commenting and things like that. And this is going to be a new ACB set, which is inspired by Mr. Lollard, got to give credit where it's due, and the Elite Dangerous game. So, 4 ACBs. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it to respond to the custom controllers, like this, using the arrow keys. And then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell this thing to switch my shield projectors around. So if I press right, my shield switch to laser absorption mode. And if I press up, they will switch to disruptor mode. If I press left, they will switch to reflector mode. And if I press down, they will turn off. So there we go. Now I have complete manual control of my shielding and can tell it exactly what I want it to do at any given time. So I'm going to press down, turn it off. There we go. My graph seems to be a little bit confused. Well, the AI doesn't quite like having lots and lots of complex controller things to run. So that's that. We now have complex controllers. And I'm going to now add in some more shielding because, let's be frank, we do need it. And with the nose in place, it's time the nose got some shielding too. So I'll be back in a few moments whenever something interesting happens. Oh look, something wicked this way comes. And the shell just bounced straight off me. And that's the reason why I've got sloped reinforced armor. Even without shields active, they are bouncing off, and oh dear, the Bastion's already dead. The Bastion apparently has very weak EMP resistance. Oh, that one actually exploded, and that one missed. Oh, they detonated some of my lights. Oh, that cannot be forgiven. Oh dear. Oh, well. Yeah, the reason I'm skipping this, by the way, is because of getting the shield angle just so, which I have just managed to complete. So, copy this thing. Oh wait, I need to set it strength 4 or so. Yeah, but it was just basically me just working out how to angle it properly. That was all. So yeah, that Bastion fight was actually a complete bust because I just EMP'd it from a long range. Apparently there's still an enemy within a couple of kilometers. I think that guy behind me is catching up a little bit. Okay, back to shield work. Well, well, I do believe I am under attack. By explosions in the water. Actually, that's a sea adder over there. Yeah, look, there they go. They're getting pretty close now, actually. But I'm just sitting here quite happily minding my own business, harvesting resources, and some idiot is trying to kill me. It's kind of typical, that, isn't it? Oh, there we go. They've actually hit me. On my armoured nose. Yeah, good luck with that. The nose is almost completely solid, so it's like... Oh, actually, that might do some damage. Right, okay. I'd better nip this in the bud then. Because if they're magnetizing upwards, they could cause some serious problems. So, okay, Mr. Sea Adder, you have won. You have got my attention. Enjoy all that this brings. And I'm not sure where those radar-guided ones went, but, you know. But as long as I've got my nose low in the water like this, they cannot really do much to me. So, yeah. When they get underneath me, though, that's the issue, because, you know, wooden armor under there. Also, the fact that these missiles don't seem to be doing very much. They're struggling to lock on because it's such a small target, I think. Oh, no, never mind. There goes something. Good riddance to you, sir. You are an annoyance at best, Mr. Sea Adder. Is it even worth me going over there? I think that's the next question, isn't it? 180 material. No. This zone has got much more and is replenishing.
Form up and fly with fleet. Form up and fly with fleet.
You know what? I think I need some harvesting drones because this is like. Sure, this has got 1,000 in reserve, but this one over here has got also got a whole bunch in reserve too, and there's a whole bunch of good resource zones out here right now. But I don't actually have the. Well, it's either I sit here and harvest them, or I get some sub ships to deal with it, stuff like that. Well, unlike when I did my first adventure run, that is actually viable as well because this craft is not fast enough to kick them out of being docked. So maybe that's a route I should take. Maybe I should get some harvesting drones built. Interesting question, that. Okay, let's go ahead and walk you through this thing. I should note, by the way, that in the time it's taken me to do this, I have actually harvested both of those zones. So it's like, Also, was that a Cumberin? Okay, sure, let's wander over this way then. Adventure crafts.
Form up and fly with
Get over here. That reminds me, I've still not named this thing, have I? Anyway, this is what I've been doing. And it is a resource harvester raft kind of thing, in theory. Let's just drag it along because it's not ready yet. Okay, resources mode, you are group 1. This vehicle is also group 1. Keep no material, but keep yourself fully charged on energy, if you please. So there we go. Okay, that should about do it. In terms of resource sharing, at least. But the idea is that I can drop something like this off, and it will harvest materials for me, but it'll be remotely charged by my own onboard electric generators. So that is why I've just told it to keep itself charged up off my own power supply. So let's give this a electric engine. Also, I'm sorry if I'm dragging you into the buildings phase here, but I am a little bit hurting for time now because sometimes, sadly, recording these things goes slow, especially when there's nothing going on which is worth putting into the video, or that I'm trying to include in the video, rather. Perhaps I should say that, yeah. There we go. Battery is on. The props are working because this thing is also PID stabilized, so it's entirely PID based on the propellers and things. So it needs a good bit of kick for its power supply. That's why it's also really cheap as well, which is why I'm not giving it any sources of its own. But the idea is, as soon as the enemy gets close, or the vehicle gets damaged in any way, it will. Oh yeah, by the way, I've upgraded the EMP missile racks in case you didn't just notice that. The EMP missile racks have actually been completed now. How many is that? 1, 2, 3. A good 28 missiles in that. And yeah, look at that. Oh, immediately murders. So yeah, 28 EMP missiles per salvo now. I need to upgrade the ammo supply. But yeah, this thing, it's supposed to emergency dive if it takes any damage or if an enemy gets too close. I just spotted a block that's the wrong way around. Whoops. There we go, build that. No way, that's the wrong block. What am I doing? There we go. Fixed. Right. So it'll dive to 100 meters if it takes damage or if an enemy's within 4 kilometers. Then if an enemy gets far enough away, it'll reset and rise back to the surface once more. It also has an AI with just a nav card on it, so it can move around, but it's not meant to do more than that, so yeah. And this is my attempt at a harvesting drone, basically. Material gatherers. Hopefully it'll work okay. I mean, in theory it should. There go, full rank of those. Of course it needs some onboard material storage as well, because, well, yeah, you know, it's a resource harvesting vehicle. So resource storage, give me the metal lockers. There we go. So this thing can now hold a little bit by itself, which it shouldn't be, by the way, because it seems to be doing things. So resource mode, the adventure craft, right? You're supposed to be empty of material. The adventure craft is supposed to suck it all up. So there we go. And while the adventure craft supplies energy to this little ship here. Right, yeah, I think that does it. Okay, let's undock this thing and see how it does. Needs work, basically. Because it immediately overpowered itself and lost itself. Ideally, I want this thing to be faster than my boat, you see, so it can catch up with me when it's done harvesting. But this is ToBA. This is no flyers, so it has to be a faster, better boat. Unfortunately, it's not a very good boat. Now that I'm looking at it.
Listening.
Well, that's just typical, isn't it? Ugh.
Moving out.
Ooh, there's a river home and a claymore going at it over there. Okay, let's go ahead and say hello to them. Yes, off we go. Maybe I've been wasting my time with this thing, or maybe it's just the fact I'm bad at boats in general. I don't know. Let's save it and revisit this, like, some other time. So I'm going to save it and scrap it now, but I'm going to keep its blueprint on file. Save this vehicle. That one boaty adventure. Harvester prototype. Because it's definitely got some bugs to be worked out, and I just don't have time to do it right now, sadly. As I said, press for time. So, let's do that. Then scrap it. So there we go. Sorry about that little harvester prototype, but the fact is that I just need your materials to go somewhere else and do other things. So, let us continue. Oh, they seem to be having a lot of fun over there without me. Oh, how irritating. It's the typical thing, isn't it? Enemies spawn and then it's like they just go play by themselves. I think there's a whole bunch of dead enemies actually. Let's have a look. There's a winter stay. There's a claymore. The river home seems to have been murdered and scooped up by somebody. Not entirely sure who, but oh well. Also, someone's trying to take pot shots at me. I have an answer to that. I say, boo to you, good sir. Boo to you. Have some EMP missiles on me. Now let's watch my ammo reserve and see how much this costs to reload it. It's going to be quite a bit. I really need bigger ammo supplies. 3,200. Ooh, ouch. 3,200 wasn't enough for a full reload. I definitely need more ammo. And now I'm just down to chain firing already, and I'm not even using the Gatlings. Oh well, this kind of combat is very useful for stress testing the vehicle, so I do want to stress test a bit more after all. Anyway, what I've done, by the by, is I have extended my skirts down slightly, so I've got a bit more skirt armor going on. Oh, I got a hit. Oh, that's a big one. Come here. Also, let's turn on my shields. Actually, no, against cram cannons, there's no point. You are a big one, aren't you? I might run into some arrow problems, to be quite honest. No, well, let's shred his motive systems and then see how he likes that. Oh, yeah. I've honestly never seen one of these guys before, so... Ooh, ow! Well, there goes that cannon. Also, the other guy's just being cheeky as well. Does that guy seriously have a rear-mounted... Wow, okay, hang on. I want to have a look at this. Unlatch the camera. There we go, right. What are you? You have got a rear-mounted cannon. And a massive number of side-mounted cannons as well. Ooh. Okay. I don't recognise the faction though, I've never seen this craft before. But it does seem to like killing me, so yeah. There's that. And then the other guy, which is trying to wade in on this fight, is this one over here, the Claymore, and oh, that's also a fairly heavy design too. Oh, I'm also being shot at, by the way, in the distance, so it's like, where's that going to hit? Oh, that guy's accuracy is absolutely terrible. What a miss. Anyway, let's actually get my ammo reserve beefed up, so I can do a bit more about all this. Right, ammo reserves are currently stationed here. What I was told yesterday that you want to have it further away than this, though the blast does go 3 as far as I know. However, I'm going to very quickly reinforce the roof. Also be good if mirror mode was on. I'm going to increase the roof thickness over my ammo stocks, so that will help encase them properly and protect them. Because it'll be quite a thing if... oh, I'm mirror moding in the wrong place. Yay! It'll be... Oh, I've just damaged my light system. Whoops. Let's fix that really quick. There we go, that's fixed, because I took out one of its ACBs by mistake. Right, that's some armour. Now, I am going to increase my ammo stocks significantly. These guys should only blow up one at a time, unless I'm completely mistaken about explosion width. So, I do need to look into that a bit more. There we go, that's stocked up. Let's get the wood built up between them. So there we go, that's a further layer of insulation. And then I guess I'll put the pumps there, because then I can install another set of wood, like, between them. Just completely seal them off, you know? There we go, so back section has been reinforced a little bit, now holds much more ammo. So that will let me restock my weaponry more effectively. So okay, let's get this thing back up to speed. Oh yeah, look at that massive volley of EMP missiles going in. I just really want that thing to lose its rear cannon, to be quite honest. Oh, nope. Now that one's tripped the EMP missile, so it's going after that one. Look at the damage stats though. I've done 105,000 damage so far. It's ridiculous stuff. And the Wednesday, or whatever that thing is getting kind of mulched rather rapidly by my Gatlings. I had to get close to do it, but... Yep, deflected. That's the advantage I mentioned in, by the way, when I said that this sloped, wide-based ship is quite good on defensive, because you've seen it by now, right? Those shells were just... They were just bouncing off the sides, and that happens a lot more often because of the sloping, so definite uses. I think that guy is getting shot quite a lot, actually. Ooh, that one didn't deflect because the angle wasn't good enough. But it was only minor damage, so that's okay. I'm just waiting for my Gatlings to actually tear through this guy. I suspect my ammo's run dry again, hasn't it? Oh no, there goes a full volley. Oh! You like shooting that forward gun, don't you? Though that said, he seems to have very bad tracking remaining, so... I think my EMP fried all his tracking, so he's very, very inaccurate right now. I will kill you. Look, he's on his side. Also, I suspect that my top Gatling is catching my armor slightly. I don't know. I just don't know. Still, I think, is this Steel Striders? I mean, it's a blue grey tech, just like those aircrafts. So I think it might be. Ah, yeah. See that? It is catching my side armor just a tiny bit. Yeah, that top cannon doesn't like shooting things that are too close. While that's quickly, while that's reloading, let's go ahead and grab it and extend its barrel. It doesn't need it, but it does to get it past that layer, that sloping in the armor. So there we go, that'll help. Where's the other guy gone? Oh, he's dead! With 2,600 resources. Okay, sure. So the other guy got killed by my EMP missile volleys while I wasn't even watching. Though that said, gathering resources wasn't as arduous, though, as I said, it's just timing right now. That's caused the issue. But I do think I could do with some kind of heavier weapon right now, because right now, effectively, I've got light, rapid-fire Gatlings for close-range combat, and I've got these massive EMP swarm missiles. I need something which deals more raw damage, so I think that's going to be my upgrade plan for the next episode. Just get something with a bigger knockout punch, basically. Oh, there goes something important. Oh yeah, look at that side, it's been shredded. The Gatlings are taking their time, but they are doing a lot of damage. Just going to back off slightly so I can see, so that I can get some EMP missiles out at him. Because I think that's only fair, isn't it? It's the EMP minimum range that's causing issues. There we go. Let's see if he enjoys this. That did something. Not sure what though. But that said, repairing my Gatling cannons has taken a fair chunk of resources. Because each time a turret blows up, it's like 1,000 damage straight off. So it's about 1,000 resources to replace it. So that's cost me like 3k resources to just repair everything after the damage that this guy's done to me. So maybe I should look into a better turret design too, something cheaper. But the thing is, I like the rate of fire on these things. They are very fast firing. Okay, there you go. He's dead. Right. Give me plenty of resources, please, to make up for the hassle of catching you. Because he was actually really tough, so that's the other thing about big punching weapons. I don't have any decent armor-piercing weapons. These Gatlings are more wear things down and tear them to shreds. So they struggle against tougher armor because they're just really small flak shells. 3,300. Okay, that guy paid for himself. Very good. And I just need to get the resources from the other ship which I downed. But sadly, that is also the end of the time, end of the episode. I need to go and get ready for work now. So, yeah. Let's just go wander over here. By the way, next episode, the ship will probably be getting longer as well. Not just deeper as it has been. So, yeah. This has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And you're enjoying the progress of ToBA, that one boaty adventure. Where is it? Oh, I need to turn a bit to the left. Okay. Yeah, I hope you've been enjoying it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all some other time as I drive away into the distance quite happily. Yeah, apparently there is an enemy somewhere close because the lights are red. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and catch you all some other time. For like the 4th time or something, I think. Still not there. Yeah. See you all later. Oh, there we go. 2,600. 8,500 resources. Not too bad.